Dub T, motherfucking dub, ho.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Adi 3000, and this is episode 87.
We are here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey there, brother.
How is everybody's day? Happy WTW Saturday. It's your girl, Adi 3000. Like I said, this is the Ambition Hour podcast, episode 87, and I am joined by my co-host, Hav and Spitz.
The spitter.
Shout out to the boys for being here with me. If this is your first time listening or watching us, hey, I see you. And welcome. If you are a returning listener or watcher, I appreciate you so very much. Leave a comment or follow us on Instagram, Ambition Hour, or on Twitter, Ambition Hour as well. And if this is your first time visiting, I want you to stay forever. And how do you stay forever, you may ask? And that is by hitting the subscribe button and the little bell on the side. That way you get notified each and every single time that we drop a new podcast, a new video, a new vlog, whatever it is that we do drop here at WTW Records, which is a lot. Shout out to us.
Big fact.
And not to be big-headed, but yeah. And if you want all things WTW, all you have to do is go to our website, which is WTWrecords.com. So yeah, shout out to everybody who listens to us, Spotify gang.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that hits the DMs and it's like, yo,
Oh my God.
I see what y'all doing
I
and keep on doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I
shout
appreciate
out to all
that a
y'all.
lot. Yeah, that's something that's really cool. Actually, now that you mentioned that, I wanted to give a shout out to a girl who she had DM'd me saying that she was very like happy for the content that we put out and that we're doing basically like what she's afraid to do, and that hurt my heart because it's like, girl, don't be afraid. It's not that scary to do this. I mean, it is.
Just jump in the water.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But at the end of the day, like, just do it. That's what I told her. I'm like,
Facts.
the best advice that I can give you is just to go ahead and do it.
It's a start.
Yes. So, boys, how was your guys' week?
All good and prosperity. You know, highly blessed, highly favored out here.
Big facts.
Yeah, that's
Happy
what I'm doing.
B-Day. Happy B-Day, my
Happy
brother.
B-Day. Oh, yeah.
My brother.
And we're having
B-Day,
we're having a Prada party today.
Yeah.
It's my birthday once again. If you guys saw the last episode, we shooting it today. We got mad busy the rest of the week, so we got to shoot it right now. Yeah, we got a show. You know, shout out to Kels and Los Solas. You know, and the footages will be up. So yeah, check that out. And then yeah, just been doing good. You know, spinning the same old shit. You know, taking day by day type shit. You know.
Day by day,
Spitz,
day by day.
how was your week?
Feeling good. I mean, I'm really enjoying these first couple of days of this so-called fall that we're getting.
It has been getting a little nippy out here.
I mean, I wouldn't say nippy. I would just say it feels good. Like,
it does. It's not like hot. The sun is also going down earlier because I was very upset that I couldn't catch the sunset after the gym yesterday. I was like, I left early.
Turn the lights off.
I was like,
since I work like
I left early.
since I work in that area, like by the beach area, the breeze from the that shit feel good as hell. I'm gonna be honest, like that's why I feel it.
For sure. Like even when I leave the gym, it's just like, So yeah, we don't fully experience the changing of the seasons like that, but I feel like this year, like I noticed it right away because yesterday was the first day of fall.
Strange,
yeah, it was kind of strange because it was like yesterday was the first day of fall, so we have officially started fall.
Right.
And so, Spitz, can you do me a favor? Can you light our candle?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is
from Annie and Co.
Shameless plug right there.
Oh, what? That wasn't lit?
That is actually the pumpkin scent that she just came out with. This is exclusive. It's on her website, you guys. She has an official website. It launched yesterday. Well, it launched September 23rd. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. That way, you guys can go ahead and check out the website. As I'm pulling the website, make sure that you guys go ahead and visit the website. And our promo code still works for on the website, so you can go to Annie Y and Co. So it's ANYN. I'm so sorry. I'm like reading all crazy right now. ANIYNCO.com. So again, it is ANIYNCO.com, and you can use our promo code.
It'll be in the description.
Can't say that 4 times fast.
Just go there. It'll be there with the promo code. Copy and paste. You already know. Do your Google researches.
Yeah.
Check my girl out. She is Googleable. You feel me?
Yeah,
Googleable.
she is.
Googleable.
You can use our promo code, which is ANC19.
It don't cost nothing to show a motherfucking love.
19A, and you can get 10% off of your order of anything at Any & Co. Like I said, we have the pumpkin scent giving the vibes for today's episode, for the first episode of fall. Guys, we're still in Hispanic Heritage Month, so shout out to all my Latinos and Latinas.
Yeah, and honorary Latinos and Latinas
yes,
too.
we appreciate y'all. Oh, real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to everybody, the Hispanic, but everybody gets a shout out, but I did want to share a little bit about my week because I like to keep people updated, at least on my fitness side, because I feel like a lot of people have been following that part of my life for such a long time. So I feel like,
oh yeah, hold on, let me get my soul shit off too. I've been in the gym.
My boy been getting his shit though. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. But go ahead, talk about your gains and your successes.
I've just been feeling a lot more leaner. I feel my endurance is up, my strength is up. I feel like the pain that I was experiencing before from my hip, like I'm able to manage it now and kind of like therapy it the way that it needs in order for me to continue to thrive. So I'm really excited about that. I've been going to the gym consistently for, I would say, like 2 months already. So I'm really excited.
I was in the gym today lifting with my boy Matt, and then I saw like this other vein pop out, and I was like,
Yeah, that should be feeling good. Yo, yesterday I was going on a rant with Hav. I was just like, the thing is that when you get results, you can't get comfortable. You gotta go. You gotta keep going, because when you get comfortable, that's when shit goes downhill. And then you don't want shit to go downhill. You want to get more results. And I got real coach Audie. And I was just like, you want to make sure that when you go to the gym, you feel your fucking muscles rip. That way they grow. And it's kind of like the same thing with the mindset. So that's something that we always talk about too, how it kind of like the two correlate.
It's the same thing I told her about anal too.
What?
That you got to rip through, and then it's going to...
Yeah.
And then new muscles are going to appear.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the same thing I told her.
That's the same thing you told her?
And wow, she didn't have that motivation like I did today. You're going over there to freaking get my muscles. I guess there's a difference between Claudia Coach and... I'm trying to take us to the next level, guys. Come on, man.
You hear this guy?
Wow.
I'm like pretty sure I'm red, and it's not because I'm wearing blush. So continuing the fitness, guys.
Fitness.
Not
Fitness. Hey. Fitness. Hey.
But yeah, so I was just like telling him that, and I was just, because I was really excited because I've been seeing so many results, and I'm just really, really excited. And one of the things that when it's good when you notice the results, but it's cool when other people that like see you every day see the results, and that's pretty dope too.
Facts.
So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and share that. So shout out to everybody who's been following me since Ambition Fit Girl 24. I appreciate that. Those days were hella lit. And I'm trying to surpass that mindset. Not so much like the body. Like I'm trying to surpass that mindset that I had when I had that fitness. That I had I had a really good fitness level. So when like I look back at that, I'm like, I don't want that. I just want the dedication times like a million. Like the what is it? The mindset, the consistency. I want to like take it up to the next level. I want more resiliency, so that way if I do get injured or something, then I know how to kind of like handle the pain and kind of like shifted the way that I work out and stuff, because I didn't know that before, but I learned that with the injury and then just having to go to physical therapy and all of these things. So yeah,
Call a professional athlete. She got injured.
Dog, y'all don't understand. Like there will be times that I couldn't walk. Like
she was a herbal athlete.
Yeah, I was a herbal athlete.
Don't fuck with me.
You still can't fuck with me, but
don't try it.
Don't.
See, like the energy hasn't changed from this last episode to this episode.
I'm saying.
See, that was last week when we tried to do the whole 6ix9ine thing.
I'm a little more relaxed this episode. I'm not gonna lie. Well, that's because so last week I told them about, because there was like a joke that I was trying to do. So
you gotta explain yourself. Go.
I wasn't gonna explain myself. I was just gonna say the moment, and that what. Damn, I don't want to share it anymore.
Go ahead.
If Be your own people.
Let it shine. Let it shine.
Well, no. So last week I was trying to say a joke. I won't say what the joke was. I was trying to say the joke. The boys took it to like they said something else. So then I was just like really upset about it. I was telling them how like even within the show, like there's certain things that you learn about yourself,
right.
about the expectations that you have. About certain reactions that you want from your friends, like when you say something funny and you're just like, no, but like I'm trying to take it to this way, and then it's just like, no, like, but this is how we feel about it.
Fact.
So
Same thing with my anal joke.
yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
You should try to be more anal instead of telling the jokes. Okay. Hey.
Okay, so this past week was the Emmys.
Oh, it's the anniversary for that. The anniversary that Kawhi did that.
That's funny.
Oh.
With a little laugh. That really is his laugh. That's like the yeah, for real. He's been practicing.
Thanks.
People watched it all day.
He has that shit
Nail
on
it when I
loop.
get on the show.
So the Emmys or
The Emmys happened.
Emmys.
yeah, Zendaya happened too.
Zendaya is a gift from God. Like her
Baddie.
body, her everything, her aura, her presence is just felt. She was wearing a beautiful green dress with her red hair, and she was showing a whole type of leg.
Can I see it?
See Zendaya?
Oh, yeah.
How have I got that shit saved in the phone?
That's on my saved photos. Just give me one. Allow me a second here.
Wow.
So Zendaya was there. I wanted to highlight one of the actors that won, which was Jarrell Jerome, which is
not our Jarrell.
Not our Jarrell.
Hey,
Not yet.
I heard my
dog
name.
acting.
My dog
Heard
is
my
acting. Yeah.
name.
Shout out to Ishi, Quinn, and Yance for the debut.
Yo, she got that poison ivy going.
She low key does have that poison
She
ivy
got
going.
that poison ivy going, people. Yo.
She looks good. She looks really, really good.
Okay.
So
it's cool to have seen her grown up. Jarrell Jerome is the actor from When They See Us, and he was the one who played Corey Wise, and he played a really, 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 really good the role that he played was very good. But the way that he played it was spectacular.
Can I see this Jarrell Jerome guy?
Yeah.
Because I think I know who this guy is. Well, I
Oh,
mean, not like
you used
that.
to go to high school with him and stuff
Not
like
like that, people. I'm talking about.
Oh.
I think I've seen him in
You're so
another
funny.
role.
You seen him in the world?
Sorry, another role.
Oh.
Another role.
Oh, in another world.
Another
I had
role.
this one saved in my phone.
Not the guy I was thinking. Not the guy I was thinking. Not the guy I was thinking.
I
But
wanted
did you get to see?
But his name is spelled exactly like mine still.
Yeah.
No, it's
correctly.
not. It's spelled JH.
So who is the guy that is? Like, there's an actor.
I mean, we could Google it, Spitz.
Oh yeah, because it is a guy that his name is spelled exactly like mine, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
Because
Jarrell Gavins?
uniquely spelled.
He's a football defensive back.
Wow, that's crazy.
What? Oh, defensive back?
Jarrell Freeman is another football player.
Hey, your boy is into the sports. I'm just letting you know,
the only
people.
ones that I'm seeing are
And
football
football.
players.
So, like, did you get to see?
Oh, so that probably was him then.
Did you
Okay.
ever
I
see
can't spell, people. Sorry.
Spitz, did you ever see When They See Us or no? Because I remember when we talked
When
about
they
it.
see, no, I didn't because
Yeah,
of
'cause
the
you didn't want
whole.
to.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't. I'm not
Well,
on that.
basically, he played the role of one of the exonerated 5 that was in jail the longest. So he was there, and he was only. What happened with him was that he only got arrested because he went with his homeboy to jail, like to the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I can't let you go by yourself. Like your mom will kill me.
Yeah, your mom will kill me if
So
I
then
let you go.
so then he ended up staying longer, and they ended up just getting him because he was
Yeah.
there.
He fell asleep, and then they were like, we need one more guy.
Yeah, and
Then
they got him,
Then he was just there.
and then he was the one.
Boy, this. Sorry, that's exactly why I would
You
not
don't
want to
watch
watch
it?
that.
That
Like,
shit is no. That shit
like,
still
that's
pisses me
good.
off.
Honestly, yeah.
Those
I saw
are the triggers
I saw the
right
first
there for
episode.
me.
My bad. I saw the first episode, and like from there, I knew like, of course, this is like deserving of Emmys and all that stuff. You could tell from the first episode,
For sure.
especially even how this guy played it. So I can
Yeah.
even imagine, especially the iconic shot of him in the courtroom when he's like this, that kind of like that is really like a climactic scene in the whole series. But like for me, yeah, I just couldn't watch it all, man. Like, shoosh, it was a lot. And I was in New York, I was in my borough, I was in the Bronx, so yeah, it was just like,
I
fuck.
feel you.
I can't be. I don't know. Not that I can't be doing it, but yeah, I just don't. Yeah, like I've taken a step back, take a few steps back. We took a few steps back from watching like entertainment and like overloading on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched the entire series, so watching it, I knew that this was worthy of awards. I knew it was worthy of the praise that it was getting. I knew it was worthy of all of those things, and not because the story is so sad, but because it was told so well.
Yeah, Ava DuVernay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like it wasn't like, of course, like it gave me all types of emotions because there's some parts where it's funny, there's some parts where it's just like it just breaks your heart.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like it literally, like when I watched it, like I remember like the guy who won the award, like Gerard Jerome, like watching him and like the acting that he did, and for him being such a young, I think he's like 18 years old or something like that, and for him to have experienced and allowed all of us to experience those different emotions with him, it was just so impeccable. Like watching that and then seeing it come to life, and then seeing just how everything unfolded after the fact. Like now that they have this docuseries, and then they're at the BET Awards. They've been going to a lot of different awards. Ava DuVernay, that was there. Like
I think the main one, if I'm not mistaken, the one that Jarrell plays,
Corey Wise,
he owns a place by Central Park.
Yeah, he owns a place that you can see Central Park, and so a lot of people like, it's just like, why would you want to move in front of where what happened type of thing.
Mind your business.
Bro, people are nosy as fuck.
Mind your fucking business, people. Fuck.
This guy can't.
I like the fucking view of Central Park, bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
I don't care what the fuck happens in Central Park. If I'm getting a spot that has a view in front of Central Park, I'm taking it. I'm living there. I want the realtor's number now. That is definitely a goal of mine. It's gonna happen. And so I did want to honor him because he did win the award. He is Dominican American. He's from the Bronx.
Hey.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was cool when they were saying, because I got to see like the clip of when he won. And they were like saying that he was in the high school that he graduated from, and like his speech was just so awesome. So just shout out to him, and then a shout out to one of my favorite actors too, Billy Porter. He is the actor from Pose. He is the actor who plays Pray Tell, which is one of my favorite characters from. Well, they're literally all my favorite characters, so I can't even like say that, but I'm very happy that he won. He won Outstanding Actor in a Drama. He is the first Black gay man to win this award. So shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him.
So proud of him.
He killed it.
And the category is Live. I love that shit. That is my show. Y'all understand? Like I talked about it a couple episodes ago how like I was just completely obsessed with that show. Like it's a really, really, really good show, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I was not aware of. Like, and not because I didn't want to, but it's just like one of those things that like, if you don't watch it or if you don't know about it, you're not gonna know.
What is the show based on?
The show is based on the like.
What's the show called again?
It's called Pose.
Pose. Okay.
So it's based
on Netflix.
Yeah, you can watch it on Netflix, but it's originally on FX. They're shooting, or going to start shooting their third season, so I'm really excited for that.
Damn.
They got approved for the third season by like the second episode of the second season. So that's how good the show is. Yeah, it's basically the underground life of the ballroom like era that they had in New York.
Okay. Which
it was just like, so there would be categories, and then it was a lot of like trans women, trans men. There was also like gay, just like it was the LBG,
like the struggle basically.
Yeah, like the struggle that they go through. Right. The different things that go, because a lot of the women in the show are actually trans women. So they are not just portraying to be these people. They are. So that's one of the things that I love, because you see how the struggle that these women go through to prove that they are women. Because people are like, no, you were born a man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they treat them like shit. They show like how they get murdered easily because there's men that are very intimidated because they're attracted to them, but it's like seen badly that they are attracted to them. So then they end up hurting them. They end up killing them. They end up just doing really bad things. So that's something that really opened my eyes. So shout out to him.
Comment on that real quick, like the whole like them having to prove that they're women and stuff like that. Like I got a problem with people having to do that, because it's like, yo, why the fuck do people care about, you know what I'm saying, what some somebody else is doing in their own life. You know, like if that person is telling you that, you know, they feel this way, this, that, and the third, you know, let them live their life. I was watching this fucking clip of this news anchor guy over in London, right? And he was talking to this trans woman, and he was like, oh, I want to be he's like, oh, well, I feel that I'm it's like he was mocking her. Like he was like, oh, I feel that I forgot. I don't know. Let's just say people. He said, I feel that I'm the best fucking, you know, doctor in the world. You know, let's say he was saying that. This is basically his point to him. Like, you can't just say you feel that you're a woman and you were born a man. Like, it just doesn't work like that. And I'm just saying that my point to him would be like, what is your point of going so hard at a person that you've never been in their situation? You've never had their thoughts. You've never, like, we all think differently, bruh. You know, so it's to the point of like, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody they don't feel what they feel
Yeah.
And you're not that person.
Yeah.
You know, like you never was born in
their body, their mindset, anything.
Yeah, none of that shit. So when I see people going at other people like that, like being a person, people growing up that I used to not be as open as I am now with just not, because I'm not gonna say I'm open. I would just say I don't fucking care. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if you do that, that's what you do. But when I grew up, as I was growing up, that's how I was. I would be like, damn, man, gay, like, yeah, man, get that shit away from me. Like, oh, man, that motherfucker better not come by me or whatever. And to the point where it's like, you hang around so many, you know, like, free-spirited, open-minded people and stuff, and they break it down to you to the point of your ignorance. And, you know what I'm saying? I start you know, because it's kind of like, yo, it's a problem with you, not them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once I figured that out, I was, you know, now I'm more along the line of looking at other people like they lost just like I was lost. And they're not trying to admit it, that it's not your life to care about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you start figuring that out and you start judging people as characters instead of like fucking gender and fucking race and all that other shit, we'll be better off. But that's the biggest problem. People trying to tell somebody how they feel. Like, you can't feel that. There's no way. You're fucking born. Yeah. Like, it's like, how the fuck you know? Like, how the fuck you never was born like that, bro. Like,
yeah, it's amazing. Know what the struggle is, or like, I can only I guess correlate it with just even like being black, because like we don't necessarily understand, like we like understand you, and when you tell us what you go through, when you go through something, it's just like, oh man, we empathize with you. Well, we can't fully understand because we aren't black. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like it's almost like the same thing. Just like how you can't, just like the things that we go through as the Hispanics, like there's just I'm not comparing or trying to like, oh well, that one person goes through more than the other person. I'm not trying to do that, because that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm saying is that we all have our thing that we just can't understand because we are not. Yeah. You know what I mean? So how dare you go ahead and judge somebody? How dare you just go into this mindset or this mind frame that you allow yourself to judge something and somebody? And that's something that like I've really been thinking about a lot lately, because I see it on Twitter. Like, people are so quick to judge any and everything. Like, they turn into freaking like y'all should have went to school to be judges, because y'all is sure is judgy. And I hope on Judgment Day you have the same energy.
Shit, they need to be on a tennis court judging a ball going in and out of the motherfucking court. Like, they got that good of a judgment.
You know what else is I wanted to bring up this point, and that way we can go ahead and go on to the next topic, was women, actual women, we still have to prove that we are women. Just like how men, like, it's not like a thing of like, it's not like a manly game, but it's just like, if you don't do this, then you're not manly enough. If you don't do this, you're not woman enough. If you don't do your hair, your nails, you're this, you're that, then you're raggedy. Bruh. thanks, I know I'm raggedy, but I'm still a fucking woman. Like, I'm still a woman. I don't have to prove that to anybody, and I don't have to get my nails done. I'm not saying that don't do it. And because, of course, that's something that's very important. As women, we should take care of ourselves and look good. And, you know, I'm on here with my face completely beat. Like, I can't, like, be on here fronting. You know what I mean? Thanks. So, but at the end of the day, like, there's just certain times where, like, people, it's like they almost want you to prove that you're also a woman, even just being an actual woman. So imagine what these trans women are going through. And so that's something that we really need to just understand. So I'm happy that
before we move on to the next
they do that. Shout out to Pose.
Before we move on, it was kind of, this reminded me a little bit of the similar conversation that me and Claudia had yesterday when I was talking about how everybody has their thing. You know, no matter how perfect you think someone has it or how less that someone thinks that they have it, they're still going, or they're still missing that one thing in their life, or, like, you know, whether it's happiness, whether it's wealth, whether it's health, whether it's, you know, all these certain things, you know, whether even with love, you know, or even down to the simplest things, you know, when it's vision, you know, or when it's, you know, like your order, or, you know, whatever, like you think, oh, my calves aren't big enough, or they're big, you know, like with Johnny Drama and the fucking Entourage, you know, like it's all these things that we're all searching for something, you know what I mean? And, like, that's why no one should even judge, or no one should ever feel as they're that important that they could sit on their high horse and then look down on someone or judge,
Facts.
you know, for other things outside of character, like how you said. I love that how you said that like that. Like, it's like, you could, if you want to judge character, not race, sexual orientation, not job, not car drive, you know, not tax, you know, like what tax bracket they're in, you know, their character. Is that a good dude? Is that a good human?
Yeah.
Is that a good woman? You know, like that. And nothing else after that, you know, like if they're a dickhead, you know, because they're like overly confident or really like, okay, that person's a dickhead, you know what I mean? But, like, just because that's how that personality trait is. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off.
Yeah, so thank you. And again, shout out to all of the winners from the Emmys. Those were just the two that stood out to me the most because I was the most excited for those. I'm sure there were other great winners that
there's a couple of good winners that were on here. Yeah.
Did you have any that you maybe wanted to share real quick? Because I only had those two.
Well, Bill Hader won for his I feel like I said hater, but he Hatter, I guess you could say. That's how it's written. But he's from, like, a bunch of stuff. You know, he's the cop in Superbad. Okay. You know, he's in, I think he's in Pineapple Express too. But he's done a couple of those Seth Rogen movies. But he's done things on Saturday Night Live, and now he has his own show, Barry, that he does basically. So he won for lead actor in that. Yeah, and that's kind of like the only one that I think that we know. There's a couple other things but I have to do some research. Like, is that because I've seen the roundtables of all these, you know, especially with because I think for Fleabag it won for best outstanding comedy, Fleabag, and I think that it was a woman writer, director, and actor, you know, actress, excuse me, and all that, and I think that, you know, that's just beautiful and what an accomplishment. You know, she came from being just an actor to being like, what, right, direct, like, nah, you got the wrong one, and then
that's dope.
She went to go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it is
potentially, yeah.
That's
sure.
Yara too, I feel, and even some other actresses that I just have my eye on that I'm seeing. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to those two because we've talked about When They See Us and we talked about Pose on here, so. Yeah. I was just like, let me bring people that we've talked about back on to our listeners.
He has this new thing that came out, I think, like probably like in promo for the Emmys. It's like his 5 rules or 7 rules to live by, or something like that.
Oh my God, I posted it on my Twitter.
It was funny as hell, but so factual.
So factual.
You know, like it's just like
factual.
Man, you gotta see
like
it.
This man is. Let me pull it up real quick. I while I'm pulling this up, I wanted to say that I saw the Savage Fenty fashion show.
Oh yeah.
And it was amazing.
That's Rihanna's.
That was Rihanna's thing. So it was pretty much like a performance. Like, it was like a show. Like, I felt like I was watching a musical. She had like this super long wall, and she had like a whole bunch of like holes where like a whole bunch of the dancers were. So it was just like a big like tower, and they were just all like dancing, and then the models would like walk like and dance a little bit, and then they would like stand, and then the dancers would like kind of like bring them out. The dancers were all in the Savage Fenty lingerie. Like, none of them were wearing, they were all wearing lingerie. That means that there's really good lingerie, Savage Fenty, because If you over here shaking ass and titties and ain't shit coming out, that shit is good. Let me tell you. Ladies,
but we want it to come.
we do, but we don't.
Rihanna, are you helping us or hurting us?
I'm saying
We
it's
do,
helping
but
the
we
women,
don't,
but you
because-
fucking do it.
because we
Nah,
need our
protect
shit to be.
the titties at all costs.
We need to, we need to make sure that them shits is in, you know.
You can't get a Super Bowl surprise.
Oh my goodness.
One nipple.
Jermaine.
Just one nipple.
Jermaine.
One nipple.
Fucking Justin Timberlake fucked this up for us too. God damn it.
He sure did.
You know, I wrote these down. 7 rules to live by with Billy Porter.
Oh yeah, my fault.
You read it? You heard this?
Yeah.
Choose yourself. Save yourself. Bet on yourself. Choose yourself.
That's all you really gotta know.
My great Aunt Dorothy used to always tell me, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So if you're wondering why I'm always turning it with the clothing and the looks, darling, that is why I have goals. Number 3, don't wait for anybody to give you permission to practice your art. You need to be practicing it always, every day, every moment you get. People usually ain't listening, but sometimes they do. You got to be ready when it's time. Number 4, be on time. Now let me explain
like
what
this
being
one.
on time means. 15 minutes early is on time.
Reasonable.
On time is late. And late is unacceptable.
I need to work on that one. The doors will be locked.
Facts.
Believe in the person. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We got a lot of people we could be talking about. Number 6, be of service. When your intention is service, everything else will work itself out. Number 7, mean what you say and say what you mean. And deliver. Be impeccable with your word. This has been 7 Rules to Live By with Billy Porter.
Yes, darling. I love that guy. I just wanted to play that real quick. I completely forgot what we were talking about.
We were.
Can I just say this real quick? He said something
the
about
Savage Fenty show. Continue.
Facts. He said something about being like he was like, oh, y'all are talking about, oh, by me wearing a dress, I brought down the masculinity of the black male. It's like, when the like, I liked his take on that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you know, like we don't really talk about that as like a black community. How we really don't accept, like how I just explained it, how I grew up, because that's how I grew up. So as a black community, we want to sit here online and act as if we are supporting you know, the gay community and this, that, and the third or whatever. But behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very, like, shady. It's very, like, they're very shady about that shit. Family members and you name it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, I know you guys remember that whole thing that went viral with Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
With Kevin Hart and stuff like that. And he said the same thing, basically, about the African American community. And Kevin was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, what do you mean?" And I'm just and you're just like, "Yeah, that right there. Like, what you talking about right there?" You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you just said in a tweet about, you know, your son or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you're trying to play like there's not a problem in the African American community with homosexuality. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like when we don't want to face shit to the forefront, you know, like, and I, you know, admire him for being who he is. Cause like I say, like I seen him in a couple of episodes of Law and Order. Shout out to fucking Law and Order. I watch that shit every day.
Yeah, he is in Law and Order.
Yo,
That's
yeah,
crazy,
facts.
yeah.
And that's how I know him. And that's how I know, like, he's a fucking good ass actor. Cause like they don't put no actors on there unless you're fucking good.
Yeah.
And he played his fucking roles, like, you know, like, so shout out to Billy Porter.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
So back, it's funny because I just thought of a movie that I watched when I was younger, which is Holiday Heart. I don't know if anybody knows what that movie is.
To pull that one up.
But it was pretty much, it was the gay man, and it was a crackhead mother with her daughter, and like he kind of like took them in type of thing.
All right.
And so it shows like his struggle as being a gay black man, and even like helping this crackhead with her daughter, and then how the daughter, like, she knows that the mom like has this condition, and so then he kind of like loves on the daughter, not like in a weird way, like he just like gives her like love and like just like tries to like tell her like, no, like you're worth it and this and that, and like it was, I just remember it being a very beautiful movie, and also it opening my eyes to things that I didn't know, like even at a younger age, because this movie came out in 2000, so I remember maybe watching it when I was like around in high school, which I was like 2003, 2004. So I remember watching that movie a lot and just like taking that in, and then feeling all of the emotions that the movie was showing us. But back to the Savage Fenty show.
My bad. Back to Billy Porter, because we might as well name this shit Billy Porter.
Facts. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. No, because like he was also mentioning in the roundtable that I saw of him that basically like back in the days, all you really could be was a thug or a drug dealer.
Yep.
And imagine him like just kind of like not being able to play those, not him not being able to play those roles, but it being upside to him and not feeding his artistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what he will want to do, or the roles that he would like to do. Like, why can't I be the lawyer? You know, why can't I be the detective? Like, what the fuck's going on?
And that's what happened to him in Law and Order. He played 2 different parts for sure.
Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, and also I just wanted to mention like, man, like look at this guy. Look at when he's getting an Emmy now. You know what I mean? But guess what? He still has an Emmy. You know, he goes to the grave with that thing. You know, they're going to have to say Emmy award-winning Billy Porter.
Remember,
you know,
yeah.
with the whole Grammy thing that we were talking about. So, like, that and, like, look how far it came. He could have looked side to side in the race and say, hey, well, this guy started acting around the same time as me, or this guy, me and him were in drama or whatever like that, and, like, it's not working for me, and put his chips in. Nah, you don't do that. You follow your dream. You've always bet on yourself. His number one rule type shit. So, like, that's what, man. Salute to that, man. Salute to everybody that's out there trying to get it and grind it. And if you're chasing something, god damn it, you're part of the Ambition Hour family, and I approve this message.
Facts.
Shout out. I'm so inspired right now. Like, mic drop.
About to run a mile.
So let's talk about these titties and asses in this.
Yeah, so pretty much. So she had like people come and perform. Like she had the Migos perform. She had ASAP and Big Sean perform. I love that song. The Berserk, that should go hard. They performed that song, and then they kind of like the way that the camera just used it, and she like had a lot to do with the camera work and like everything that was going on. She performed. She had Normani come out. She also had she just had a whole bunch of different models. She had a lot of plus size models. She had a lot of like, she had white models, she had black models, she had Hispanic models, she had models with curly hair. Just so much diversity, and they're all wearing Fenty Beauty like me. Ding.
Got the check.
One day they will. One day we gonna be sponsored.
They cutting that check.
We gonna get it.
Soon.
We gonna get it.
Soon.
From y'all's mouth to God's ears.
I see you,
so
Riri.
so that was just something that like I just remembered, and I saw. Man, you know what else I saw? I kind of had a weekend to myself to like catch up on shit that I wanted to watch, and I did catch the Free Meek doc on Amazon Prime, on Amazon Video. That I recommend it to everybody to watch. Like, it is a really, really good documentary.
What would Meek do?
Well, it basically takes you on the entire journey of like when, you know, him as a kid, and then him growing up, and then what ends up happening that night when he ended up getting arrested, and it kind of goes into that. It really shows how Rock Nation played a really big part in his freedom, as well as Mike Rubin and just some other people that were around him, and like, but yeah, it just basically shows a lot about, and like one of the things that stood out to me the most, I would say, that way we can continue on with the topics. The thing that stood out to me the most was how much Rock Nation put into finding out and investigating, you know, the cops and everything, like investigating his entire case, because nobody understood why he kept having to go to jail. It's like, I'm literally just on probation. Like, why do I everything that I'm getting in trouble for, they're throwing it out. So why am I still going to jail? And then with the judge and how she was, and then they read transcripts that were like, you know, typed up during the court case, and just everything that he was going through. Some of the, like, he shared the story about when the judge asked him and Nicki to go back in the chambers and asked Meek to do a remix to End of the Road by Boyz II Men and to say the judge's name in the song. Yeah, weird shit. So it's just like
red fucking flag.
Exactly. And the thing is that like nobody would believe that, because it's just like, that's the judge. You know what I mean? Like, it was really shady. There was just a lot of crazy things going on. The cop that arrested him that night was corrupt. He was doing shady ass shit. and still they couldn't get appointed a new judge and all this stuff. We all know that Meek is officially off of probation, so he's a completely free man. So shout out to him. But the documentary is really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I binge watched the entire thing. That's what I did on Saturday.
Shout out to him.
The Savage Fenty show, and I watched that. I love music shit.
Big facts.
Music shit's my shit.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of music shit, hot girl, Meg Thee Stallion, she trademarked Hot Girl Summer. It is officially hers. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, that beautiful girl.
Shout out to that boss.
She is a boss. First, okay, so I need to share this because she is hilarious on Instagram. Like, her lives are lit. Because she's, like, always with her friends. And, like, her hair, like, the guy who does her hair, her stylist. And they're just all characters. And it's really funny. But she did trademark Hot Girl Summer, which means, for those of you that don't know, that means that she can profit off of the name. Which I think is really good because if you guys remember Bling Bling, they didn't make money from that. And everybody used that word.
On shirts. So also, like, what it means is that, let's say Forever 21, they try to put Hot Girl Summer. You know, they try to make these shirts. Yeah, they cannot do that without her approval. Mm-hmm. You know, even if it's a campaign. You know, next year Water or Pepsi or whatever the hell wants to come out with that, they're gonna have to contact Meg Thee Stallion to use that wording, Hot Girl Summer. You know what I mean? And then what comes with that too is that maybe. Well, I don't know this for a fact, but maybe she also, like, trademark a couple other things, you know, just, like, Summer Girl Hot, you know, or, like, Girls Hot Summer, you know, like, or, you know, like, things like that. And she need to do that hottie thing, too, I think. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably did something like that as well because these companies could get weird with this shit, you know?
Yeah, one of the reasons why she decided to get it trademarked was for the simple fact that she saw Wendy's using it, Forever 21 using it. And it's just like, hold up. Like, when you start seeing these big companies, and I was seeing it too because I was getting the emails like, oh, Hot Girl Summer this, Hot Girl Summer that. And I'm just like, y'all wasn't screaming that shit last year. You know what I mean? It took for a beautiful black strong woman to come out with this phrase, and then y'all just gonna take it from her. She was like, no, fuck that. Yeah. I'm gonna trademark this bitch, and guess what? I'm gonna make money from it. And that's a very smart thing to do. And a lot of just people, like, because this isn't, you can trademark your own shit. Like, this isn't just limited to like somebody that has money or someone at her stature. Like, you can trademark whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it's fucked up too because, like, well, last year or 2 years ago, it was a big conversation about the dances. You know, like, what about those guys? Because, you know, 2K, Fortnite, they're using these, you know, the shoot, the whoa, the backpack kid, you know, or even snap your fingers to a point, you know, or the Millie Rock. The Millie Rock is probably the most populated one that they use, and you know, those artists are not getting compensated for that. You know, these companies are making the X amount of money on this or that, or how many companies made things off bling bling, or just off things that we put together.
Like,
yeah, like saying, yeah, like that, yeah, things like that. Like, you just think about it, you know, and just how much hip hop has given to pop culture. It's basically almost on the house, you know. It's like almost like some free shit. And, you know, we take advantage of it. And when I say we, I think all of us do. We take advantage of it in one way or another. You know?
I agree.
It's crazy. I thought the simplest things that you'll think people have their grasp and hands on, they don't. Like, that, this whole time, I never even thought about, like, Hot Girl Summer being trademarked. What if you trademarked a Hot Girl Summer?
Right.
What if you trademarked? Like this is crazy. Like that. Like when you said that, this whole time I was just thinking like, damn, she just trademarked that shit now. No knock on her or nothing like that.
Like, congrats.
But congrats to her. But I'm just like,
that's a long play.
What if she tried and somebody did it already?
Yeah, like, what if Jeff Bezos came, or what happens if Jay-Z, instead of partnering up with Meg Thee Stallion, just saw this business opportunity? I'm not saying that Jay-Z will ever, but I'm just saying, like, you know, or someone like that, like a Sharksman, right. You know, like another investor, Mark Cuban, you know, and one of those guys on Shark Tank, you know what I mean? Like, they say, that Hot Girl Summer shit is going somewhere. Let me snag that. Trademark it.
But the thing is that you know? One of the things that you do have to do is that you have to show kind of that you deserve it to be your trademark.
Listen here, man.
I was just going to say
the way how America is set up.
Yeah,
they got money.
If you got money,
flips.
People with money.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say shout out to her.
Big shout out to her. Congratulations.
It's super dope. It's funny because
Super
she
dope.
says that she's just like, I was just saying that because that was what I was gonna be this summer. She's like, I was just gonna be a hot girl this summer. So yeah, and
That's
then
dope.
yeah, so
Speaking
she's just like,
existence.
yeah, she's like, I was gonna be a hot girl. She's like, I was just gonna be a hot girl all summer. So hot girl summer, that's who I am. That's who I was, and I was too. Shit, I was having a little hot girl summer too. Everybody had their own different hot girl summer. I feel like there's just so many definitions of it, and I feel like every woman is entitled to her own definition of hot girl summer.
Yeah, I mean,
my hot girl summer was getting hotter.
Yeah, her hot girl summer was basically, getting her music career really up. Yeah.
Because she was in summer break. She was in summer break. My dog back at school now. She's over here studying after concerts and shit.
Right,
Man, listen.
Study Girl Fall was
I'm not sure what it is, but she did a whole Jimmy Fallon video for the first day of fall yesterday, and it was really, really cute. That's how you know that you made it big, when you got Jimmy Fallon saying some little ebonics and shit.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you made it, kid.
Yeah, you there. Shout out to her. So shout out to Meg Thee Stallion and all the hot girls that had a hot girl summer this year, and continue to have like a hot girl year. So this was brought to my attention from the owner of Annie and Cole Candles. Brittany. Shout out to our homegirl Brittany, aka New York. She brought this video to my attention. And it was basically, they asked the man, can a broke man date? So we kind of had this conversation last week, but I kind of wanted to get into it a little bit more. So we spoke last week, if you go out on a date, if you don't have the money, then you shouldn't be going out on a date, type deal. So that was like kind of thing because of what you were saying. Remember that it was like the bills, if she doesn't, like, if he can't pay my bills, like, he's not attractive anymore. So that's how that conversation happened. So with this week, with is, like, can a broke man date? First, I just wanted to break down what I saw in the video, and pretty much what it was a person who was basically doing the video. What he was saying is that, okay, so now we have to look at how you define a broke man. How do you define a broke man? Does he have this? Does he have that? Does he have that? Okay, then he's broke. So pretty much what he put into perspective was, does he have cash? Does he have credit? Does he have trade? So if he doesn't have any one of those, then yes, he's broke. But if he at least has credit, then, with credit you can do a lot of shit. Credit, you can do a lot of shit. And then especially if you have a job, you put it on the credit card, you can pay it off little by little, however it is that you need. And then you can even build your credit to where you can take a loan out to where you can get more money, whatever it is that you may have. And then with cash, of course, cash and credit both like are interchangeable. With one, you can pay for the other. With one, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, so if you have the cash flow, then you can obviously do a lot more things with the cash than you can with the credit. But those are the two things, like, if you don't have neither. And then the other one was a trade. If you don't have a job, or if you don't have something that you're good at, for example, like, because with the job you can actually you can get the credit. You can pay for the credit, and then you have the cash with you, and you're getting a steady check every single week and type deal. You know what I mean? Right. So that was basically like his three things. So if you don't have neither one of those, it's kind of like, how is a woman going to come and build with you if you don't have any of those? And then so he also said that it's the same thing for women. Like, if a woman doesn't have either the cash, the credit, or a trade, like, how are we going to build anything if you don't even have one? Like, at all.
Facts.
And so, because what he basically was sharing, because his wife is the one who did Sprinkle of Jesus.
Who said that? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's I can bring up his name, but
let's go. That told me a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, it's he's the husband of the girl Dana who was the founder of Sprinkle of Jesus, and so basically what he was saying was that when he and his wife met, that he didn't have. I think he said he didn't have like cash or something like that. He didn't have something and she did. So then what ended up happening is that she ended up like kind of strengthening that area that he was lacking, and then he did the same for her, because it was just like what she was kind of like lacking, and he was able to help her strengthen it. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that, because one of the examples that he used was like, you see how like it is with Jay-Z and Beyonce, like both of them bring something to the table. That's why they are billionaires. That's why they have the legacy in their family.
All right. We were talking about this with the coworker Angie. Like we're talking about J-Lo and A-Rod, kind of like a little bit like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like I feel like both of them have elevated each other as well.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, I don't know. A-Rod's like more rich now. I don't know. Or like no, but he's like even more approachable. He's more social.
Yeah,
he's more business acumen.
There you go. You
know what I mean? And then J-Lo,
he's more likable.
He's more likable. Yeah,
he had
exactly.
the prick stigma.
He did. And then with her, it's like
it's cool, and he's A-Rod now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
he is A-Rod.
Yeah,
now.
he is
A-Rod. He's A-Rod. That's who he is now.
Yeah,
he was just like, man, that's A-Rod.
That's Alex.
Facts. Nah, my bad. Yeah, that's Alex.
That's Alex. Yeah, and then even with J-Lo, I feel like she's even stepped up, a little bit too, or she looks just as good as ever before, in my opinion. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, you gotta elevate each other, and like whatever someone's missing and lacking, you can help out. So I don't get it. What was he missing? Was he missing one of the things that he was like that? The things that he said. So like, what is he saying? He's saying, you can't date, but look at when me and my wife made, I didn't have something either.
No.
It's like, okay,
who are you talking about? The guy?
No. He didn't. No, what he said was that if you don't have any of those three,
money, credit, or a job,
or a trade,
or / trade. Okay, what about a passion? What about a business? What about like all these other things? Just what I'm saying is like you can't set the perfect table on any relationship. Or anything, you know what I mean? Like you never know, because that person.
I get what
can
you're
even,
saying too, but I mean,
even show you like
that's just getting more technical.
Right. Well, I mean, okay.
I mean, what I was gonna say is probably something along that line too, of like, what if the does the relationship have to be based on if a person is broke or not?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're gonna date somebody who's broke, how?
Well, no. Like, this is kind of what I'm trying to say. All right. Tamara, that's what it is? Or Tia?
Which one are you talking about?
That's what I'm trying to get at. Not the one that's dating the guy. They
are both married.
Relax.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not the one that's married to the Caucasian guy.
So Tia.
Okay. Now, when she met the white guy. Come on, people.
And you still said it. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying? You forced me. You forced my hand. I was just,
You forced
my hand.
I didn't make you do anything.
Facts. But like, as far as her, she met her husband, right? And like as the story goes, he didn't have nothing, and she basically like, gave him a ride or something like that, right? Like she gave him a ride and heard his story about he was homeless and stuff like that. I think she got him like a plate. I'm just paraphrasing everything right now. People don't
off the cuff.
But I'm it's something like that, right? And she eventually, started a relationship with him, getting him opportunities and stuff like that. And they're married right now, and they're better than ever.
They've been married for a really long time,
right.
too.
So what I'm trying to say about what he's saying is there's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with what he's saying at all. There's nothing wrong with what he's saying at all. But kind of how Hob was saying about like the passion. You know what I'm saying? Like she probably can be like all right. There's women out there that have men that they're like, yo, I'm literally supposed to help this man. This man is doing like not good right now at all, and God put me here to help this man. He doesn't have a trade. He doesn't have money. I don't know what the other one was.
He doesn't have credit.
Which is money, but the better version of money.
So like, and they can just be like, I'm all of those. I withstand all of that, and I see something in this person, and I'm gonna, back this person. And those stories come out to be somewhat like Tia, right? Not Tamara, right?
Yeah,
okay,
Tia.
And it's
Right.
the
I guess-
passion, like I say,
or even just any other thing. Like we were talking about it too. I think yesterday when it was like, when it's like, yo, someone's gonna come with their baggage. You can't just dump all your baggage on them and be like, well, here, take it. Like you got some fucked up shit about you. They have some fucked up shit about them. If you love each other like that, fix it together.
The hell with the mix and match thing.
You know
Let's
what I
do
mean?
the
Like-
character thing again. Let's
Yeah,
get back to the
yeah,
character
like, or
calling.
like-
Let's
yeah.
call the characters
It's
out.
like, oh, or this or that. You know what I mean? And like, my bad, even if I feel like I'm snapping, but like, like this guy's like fucking Steve Harvey, like telling these girls like,
and
what?
Steve
Yeah,
Harvey.
yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Steve Harvey for letting Diddy date his daughter. I'm sorry.
But like,
I'm
like
a
they're not giving up
scumbag.
the game or anything like that, because like it's not really like that. But it's kind of like giving these female from a respectable man, because this is what this man is. He's highly respectable man,
Right.
with morals, with a great wife, with all that, the whole 9 yards, that with the white picket fence probably.
Probably.
And he and then he's saying to the influencing these women that, oh, if he doesn't have this or that, that's not the man for you. So now you just,
I don't want to say he's influencing. He's just
'cause to
making
me,
a
like, to me, like,
everybody
I
has an
don't,
influence though.
cause like to me,
To
like,
you have a good head on your shoulders, but then to someone else probably no. They live and breathe or whatever, even whatever comes from that family or what they read online on what is a man and what
That's true.
or what should I look for in relationships, or we're like, oh, the standards of this, or like, oh, if even like a post of like, I'll go the same way if there's a post like, oh, if there's 2 red flags, you got to dip. You know what I mean? Or like some shit like that is like, well, you don't know. You know what I mean? Like it could be something that makes you think about your past, or something that an ex has done, and then you bringing it to this. Like that's 2 different movies. You know what I mean? That's like telling Michael B. Jordan, hey, wasn't you just Rocky? But no, now he's freaking Killmonger. You know what I mean?
Well, one of the things that I think, and that what he was saying was, those were like the categories, not that what a woman should look for, but those are the categories like that he was giving of like, okay, so when it comes to a broke man or a broke woman.
But a man could have all that and still be broken, right? He could have that job, but it's not going anywhere. He fucking hates his life, right? He could have the good credit.
It's pretty much just his perspective.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
but because what I actually
I don't think it's bad.
what we're talking about too, what I feel like he's talking about is money, like broke. Like, I understand what you're saying about having your passion and stuff, but passion and all that shit is not going to pay the bills. It's not going to give you the luxury of dating somebody. And even though Tia and they're married and they have 2 kids and everything is great, yeah, but not every woman is going to want that. Not every woman is going to go through that.
That's
Like,
kinda what
I
we're trying to
understand
say.
that you have your passion
That's what we're saying.
and that you have all of that, but like, okay, so, but how is your credit? Because as a now 30-year-old, I do care about that. I didn't care about that when I was in my earlier 20s. Like, I want to know, like, how are your finances? Like, I don't feel like it's wrong that I would want to date somebody that has healthy pockets.
But that person, well, that's kind of what we were saying, is just like, okay, that right there isn't a one shoe fits all. Is that's all we're saying? Like, yeah, just like how Tia's relationship went, like that's not a one shoe fits all. That works for her and her. But then like what I'm saying with these parameters or with these things is like now you just knocked off a good percentage off of the date. Plenty fish now became many fish, and because you cut off people that now you potentially could get with. You know what I mean? Or like, and my other point is that even with all that stuff, someone could still be broken with money. With credit. Do you want the bomb or with credit, with a job and a trade, with all that, like even with money, that person still could be broken.
Yeah.
Broken people, broke inside. Oh my God!
I hate to even mention this, but like Kate Spade, what didn't that woman have? Kate Spade.
When she committed suicide.
Who was that? Kate?
She had like a famous like
A real famous woman line, like with purses and accessories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. how long ago that was? Like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, right? She killed herself.
No, I think it was like
it was like probably like last year.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Okay, yeah, my bad.
You know, and rest in peace to her and to her loved ones. I'm just saying that, like, even with all this, like goes back to the other point. People are always missing something. It don't matter what it is, you know. Like it don't, you know, like that person has all that, but then lacks
we need
religion.
to get that character judgment, and
you know,
but then that's the thing. Like that's the thing. So then, obviously, like the three things that he's naming, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at those three things. I'm not going based off of those things, and I'm not saying that if a guy doesn't have all three or if he doesn't have at least one, I'm not like. All I'm trying for like people to understand so that they get it, because I understand what you're saying about somebody being broken and like all of this stuff, but that's something that that's something that you have to find out when you're trying to get to know somebody or when you're dating them or when you're courting them. But you also have to see that if you're trying to build something with a person, like how are we going to build this together if you don't have any type of revenue coming in? Like, you can be broken. Yes, you can be all of those things. Those are things that you can work on. You know what I mean? Internally. Even if you do have the job or if you have the credit or if you have the cash. Like, you can have all those three and, like you're saying, be broken. Cool. Be broken. But you shouldn't be dating.
Those are the people that mainly date. But I get your point. You know, I guess I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. But, like, you know, all those stuff, like you said, are stuff that could be fixed. You don't got a job? All right, let's find you a job. You don't have a trade? Let's find out what you're really passionate about and you're actually kind of like naturally talented at. Oh, credit? Guess what? That could get fixed. It takes time, but it could get fixed.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
So then, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you bring in the broken part, it's like that's something that is completely different that a person has to decide if they want to take that on or not. You know what I mean? Because one thing is being broken inside and then you having all of the money and all of this stuff. As a woman, if I know that you are broken inside, and I feel that you're not going to open up to me and let me in on what it is that you're broken about, not so I can heal it, but so I can understand it and understand that that's where you're coming from, then how and why would I care if you had money or if you had credit or if you even had a good job? You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, like, you have to also have these things going for yourself if you plan on dating.
Yep. No, right. I mean, yeah, I get that point.
Because you have to invest. And then so one of the things that he was saying was pretty much like, okay, if I don't have a job or if I don't have credit or if I don't have cash, like, and I'm trying to, you know, give a woman a lifestyle or even a woman trying to give a man a lifestyle, because something that I've been noticing a lot lately and it's just been driving me insane is that men or like things on social media, it'll be like, that something about that you can date a woman with that's really pretty and still cheat on her, and then a woman can date a man, or like it's always something about a man with money and then a woman being pretty. So it's just like it's just like the equivalent of
superficial.
Yeah,
it's just
the equivalent of
topics.
Like the money for a man is of how a woman looks.
Right.
So it's just like
a man's appeal to a woman would be his money. I get what you're trying to say.
You get what I'm saying? And then a man, because he has money and she's pretty, he'll trick off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or he'll like get her all these expensive things, and those a lot of the times are broken men that they have money, they have everything, but
these are broken people having these conversations like that. You have to be really fucked up to try to think to yourself like oh, if she's that pretty, I'm pretty sure no one's cheated on her. And then you sit there and you say to yourself, like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know, it doesn't matter how a person looks. You know, well, anything can happen to anyone.
Right. And, man, just being in the city that we're in, like, that's kind of like the norm.
Yes.
You know, here.
Is.
Like, you know, like, homies will ask you if you got another girl with your girl present.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bruh. I had a dude who fucking slid in my DM talking about good afternoon with heart eyes, whole ass family on his Instagram feed. Sir.
Dudes be hiding families out
Sir.
there. Trust me, it's real.
Sir.
People.
I'm going to need you to go back to the daycare and get all your kids, because it's not going to happen.
I'm talking about wife and kids, and like, can I still call you though? Like,
DK, can I still call you in between play dates?
Like,
or in between the date that you have with your wife?
Guy. Crazy.
Old ass lames out here, bro. That's why,
Would you date a woman that's broke?
A woman that's broke?
Based on those three things?
Based on those three things?
She ain't got no job, nothing.
She ain't got no job, no cash, no credit.
She ain't got no job.
Credit horrible.
Nothing, bro.
Spits?
No, well, I wouldn't date. If you're not getting any revenue, no, you probably not. But you probably wouldn't talk to me. I'm like $1 million listing. If you look, if you're looking for Section 8 housing, you don't go on, you don't go and look for $1 million listing. You know what I mean? Like
these broke bitches be looking for the men with money though.
Yeah, I mean,
right, yeah, and they want to see what they could get from any man.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. She
look good?
I'm not looking for. She look good.
Wait, I didn't ask that question. How she look?
All that sauce got me thirsty.
Nah, but I don't know. Like at this age where I'm at now, man. I'm taking a car and a job. Like that's what I'm taking. I'm taking a car and a job and somewhere to stay. You feel me? Like, cause I know that right there, yo.
A place where we could lay.
Yo, for real. Like, yo, she's good. You feel me? Like, I don't need you to have, like, an extraordinarily job. And,
right, yeah.
Like, I don't need you to be getting paid fucking $18 million and shit. You feel me?
Right.
It would be nice.
It would be, but I'm not looking for it. I'm just saying, like, I guess, like, how broke is broke? That means, like,
also,
is she broke? Is she broke trying to, is she broke trying to get money out me broke, or is she just broke and she cool?
Or she took
because if she broke cool, I'm cool. Because she broke cool, I'm cool. That's all I'm trying to say.
Nah, yeah, and plus, like, yo, what? Like, she had a rough patch. You know what? It's been the last 2 months. The last 2 months.
I got rough patches too.
Okay.
I got rough patches too. But if she cool, she got to be cool though. She gave me $20 here and there. You $20, man. Hold on.
No, yeah.
Hold on. You bad broke. You're not cool broke. You bad broke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. About like a girl asking me for money. Even though, like, I don't know. I like to talk about people's relationship, but I don't know about a girl even having some money. If she has a job and still asking you for some money.
See, that's the problem. That's the only.
Is that tricking?
I don't think it's tricking. I just think I think sometimes what happens, and something that I have seen, is that
I don't think it's
woman.
No, it's not tricking. I'm joking. If that's your girl.
Yeah, if that's your girl, but the thing is that like you have to also look at it. If that's your girl, and like let's say she a little short on one of these months, and like
she needs a little something, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so of course, so then that's something that, and then I would feel that it should be the same way, vice versa. Like right. If your man is like lacking.
What happens if it's never the same way, vice versa? I'm out here hurting, bruh, and you out there with the savings on stacks.
What happens though is because sometimes men are way too prideful. Like you guys have been taught to never ask a woman for money.
This is true. Like that pizza on tweet that went viral on Twitter with the guy and the girl. Like he like tried to take a piece of her pizza and then she like snaps and all that shit.
And get your own
everybody
pizza
like
shit.
everybody's like dang, why she snapping like that? And I'm pretty much agreeing with her because I'm like, yo,
First
like,
of all,
why would you touch somebody's pizza?
Yeah, pizza's not like a shareable thing.
But it went into like Naj. Yo, shout out to Najee because Najee was like, yo, homie broke. He just didn't want to admit it because she eventually gave him that pizza and bought another pizza. You feel me? Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I looked at that and I thought of the same thing. I was just like, yo, Brian had no money. Like, bro didn't have money, and he didn't want his girl to buy him a pizza. You know what I'm saying? So his thing was to try to like
joke around.
Yeah. Hey, babe, let me get a pizza. I know she gonna snap on this and I'm gonna get this pizza. He knew that.
But the thing is that I feel like why what okay, because like I'm looking at like old, like not old, yeah, like I'm looking at an old relationship and I'm seeing like how I was in that situation when I knew that my man didn't have money. It was just like, do you want one? Or like, I got you. Or like, it was always like, it was never like I wanted to shame him. Or like, I wouldn't share with him. I would tell him, I'll get you your own shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, she did.
Like, I'll get you your own shit. Because I didn't see the video, so I can't really speak 100% on it. Yeah. I can only speak on
she did, but it's just that's like,
that's probably possibly what it was.
That was what it was. But like how she, like, he knows, because he recorded her, he knows that she's going to react like that if he touches her food.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
why the fuck would you touch my pizza?
Because
like,
he knows
fighting.
she's not going to eat it, and he wants the pizza. He doesn't have money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what his solution to that was...
But did you guys, like, were you guys, like, 100%... I'm getting, like, technical with it now, because, like, did it say that in the video?
No, I mean, no,
like,
no.
everybody's just assuming that this is what
I mean,
it
at the end of the video, you see her eating her pizza that she bought a new pizza, and then he's, like, eating his pizza, like the pizza that he touched from hers. And you can tell she's still mad or whatever, but you can tell, like, yo, all right, this probably goes on with them all the time and stuff like that, and
like,
it wasn't like she shamed him, but she was more along the line of mad because he touched her pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't like she's like, oh, yo, broke ass, I would have bought your broke ass a pizza, whatever. She was like, I asked you if you wanted a pizza, and whatever, and then she moved on from that. You know
what's funny is that girls do the same thing to dudes. That they'll be like, oh, I don't want anything. And it's because sometimes we're just shy to, like, eat. It's so weird. I'm over that. I ain't about that life no more. Well,
got a lion in your stomach.
That was awesome. That went well, I would say. Another topic that we did want to bring up was the 24 hours without talking to someone that you... Was it somebody that you like, guys? Or, like...
someone that you're talking to, or someone that...
Yeah.
Talking to, dating, boyfriend.
I think it's more serious if you're dating them. Truth be told.
It's more crucial.
Yeah, if you're dating.
If you're not dating, y'all
dating
in, like, talking
means
phases.
What now? Dating means talking. We talking.
Yeah, dating.
Getting to know each other.
Nah, but if you in the talking phases and you didn't make it official, like, those are your red flags, people. Just
make it official.
Follow those
that you're
red
talking?
flag signs. No, I'm saying, like, you said, is it okay to not respond or talk to somebody that you're talking to or in a relationship with for 24 hours, right? What I'm saying is, let's scratch that. If you're in the beginning stages and that shit happens to you, red flag. Like, read it.
Yes.
Like, read,
I
red
agree.
flag. Yeah. All right, but
I agree, because something... I don't feel like I have to talk to this person every day, but... Or, like, all day, every day. I feel like I would like to talk to them every day. Like, hey, how's your day going? Hope you're having a great day. X, Y, and Z. And I do feel that if you can go more than 24 hours without speaking to me, that speaks a lot of volumes to me. That, to me, is telling me that you don't feel what I'm feeling. And that's not cool.
Yeah, I think it's just like, if you could go over, like, 24 hours without speaking to me, or, like, I don't know, it's like without speaking with me, like, oh, it's just not that serious, or it's not, like, where it is, or our availability isn't matching up. You know what I mean? Not saying that you have to be on top of each other all the time, because I don't think that's a healthy relationship either, but I'm just saying, like, if you could go, not even a hey, not even a couple, like, a couple text messages back.
Hey, I've been busy, and, just want to check up on you real quick, and your fine ass, something like that.
All that, like, they ain't really there.
I like affirmations.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
my love language. I said I like affirmations. It's my love language.
So, hey, take notes, fellas. For your chance at, we're gonna shoot
Don't.
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 What? Ambition finds love, or what?
an hour of love.
An hour of love.
Y'all gotta relax.
Drive your way. No, never mind.
Yeah, we're kind of missing right now.
Yeah, we're kind of
keep it going.
All right. We'll get what's that lady's name who does Love and Hip Hop?
Mona Scott Young.
Mona Scott. We'll get with Mona Scott and draw out the play. But yeah, like, yo, you can't talk to me 20 minutes. First of all, that's trash. You
24
trash.
hours.
20 minutes.
No, he said first
Came
of
in
all,
swinging.
But no, he said first of all, that's trash. You trash.
First of all, that's trash. You trash. Like, I don't want
Just
the type
throw
of...
the whole bitch away.
Like, go. That girl is not part of your roster, brother. You need a or lady. That person is not part of your roster. You got to regroup. You got to look at management.
No
see
lies.
if there's other scouts out there, any other potential prospects. Because clearly this one is not a ride or die type of person. You know what I mean? Or at least trying to ride or die with you. So, yeah, I just think that's like, it's just weird.
Facts on facts on facts.
even like how you say, like if it's later on in the relationship, I mean, maybe some leeway. Like, all right, shorty holding it down. You know what I mean? Like, or she off on vacation. You know what I mean? She's doing her girl's trip. All right, you don't gotta hit me up every day, whatever, like that. You know, shit, a vacation for myself too. If we've been together for 3+ years. But also in the beginning, I think it's crucial
it just
too.
leaves too much. I don't know.
It leaves too much to imagination.
Yeah, it
At
leaves
least
too much
check
to
up.
the imagination,
Just
man.
Y'all
text
signs are showing.
Yo,
I don't give a fuck. My Gemini sign gonna show and show.
Yo, she's out with the ladies, bruh.
Oh no! But see, the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is that you
loco out
can
with
be
the
out,
ladies.
you can be doing whatever it is that you want to be doing, but you can still text, you can still a little quick
Right?
something.
No, yeah.
Because
I
a lot of
get
the time, everybody finds time to be on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, but we got all the time in the world to be on social media.
Yo, but what
but you
happens
can't
if
send
my
a quick
ladies-
text. You can't you can't do a quick call.
What happens to my lady's a detective for the military, and she's over there freaking conducting
Well,
spies
obviously,
and
those are
shit.
just different things.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't be too crucial. Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like,
but
I
those,
guess.
that's something that she
Yes.
would have communicated with you. Guess what? The 24-hour before.
Okay. Exactly. Okay, what happens if she tells you that? Or him or she tells you that? Like, yo, listen, tomorrow's gonna be a rough day. Woody Wally, I got the studio from 7 to 12.
She bang bang.
So like even all that, like, okay, yeah, and then you hit her, you let her know, like, yo, this day is gonna be hectic. I'm traveling, I got a show, studio.
You
all
know
that
what?
stuff.
Your sign has been showing all episode today.
Yeah, for
My
real.
dog is thriving. It's Libra season.
Facts.
Thriving. What's your moon sign again?
I don't know. I don't know my correct time of birth, so
Oh, my
wanna
correct
s-
time.
I don't want to say.
But yeah, you've been shining Libra today, cause I'm
Examples? I'm sorry.
because you're getting very technical.
Because I'm ignorant. Oh, technical. Everything's technical.
and then because he's the balancing.
it's all balanced,
Right.
baby. It's
So
all,
he sees both sides.
You gotta see both sides, you know?
I see you.
with y'all emotional asses, y'all over there.
I'm not in
Too much to the imagination. Too much to this.
Yeah, because
Nah, but-
homie don't text me for 24 hours. I'm like, oh, he fucking some bitch, and I'm gonna find out. No, I'm joking.
I'm crucial. I said
joking.
24 minutes.
I'm
she
I was
didn't hit
finna
me
say that.
back.
Didn't you say 20 minutes? Like,
Yeah,
it's
20
like
minutes. She gotta hit me back. Like, come on, but not seriously though. But yeah, I think it's more crucial when you're trying to talk to someone when you guys are in that beginning stage or just getting to know each other.
Mhm.
Maybe that might be it, because then
You
that
gotta
could
show
be
that level of interest, man.
Yeah, that
Gotta
red
show that
flag.
level of interest.
That red flag would definitely be out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit is tough because sometimes it's one-sided. Sometimes it's just like, I can talk to you every day, but then it's just like the other person can be like, well,
About every
about
day.
every day. And it's because, like how you said, like it also shows a lot of the level of interest. So if the person is not 100% interested, the chances of them hitting you up every single day are very, very low.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
why
let you know right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll let you know off rip.
That's why, like, what you guys saying,
For
the whole thing
sure.
about, like, it's a red flag and waving the red flag and all that shit, like, it's the truth. Because if that's how you feel, because when a dude is sweating me every day, like, every day, and then it's the same thing when, you know, I'm sweating a dude too. Like, it's just like, I want to talk to you every day type deal. But it is what it is. So
But it can't be broke.
so please let us know what are your guys' thoughts on this whole thing. Can you date a broke man or woman, and can you go 24 hours without talking to someone that you like, are dating, talking to your man,
Drop a
yo
comment.
girl, drop a comment, let us know, that way we know. I wanted to bring up the poll that Spitz did, and then I'm going to bring up the one that I did very quickly because we don't have to say that much about the album that I'm going to talk about soon. Okay, so real quick. So we did talk about the Fridays last week, and we Spitz did the poll on which one was better, next Friday or Friday after next. And it was 50-50.
And that was 14 votes, people. 14 votes.
So shout out to everybody who voted. We
On
appreciate
both sides
that.
or 14 total? So
No,
7,
so
14
that
in
means
total.
7-7. So yeah, so it was next Friday 50, Friday after next is 50%.
And that happened like right like the last vote, cause like I was basically gonna do it before we shot the Ambition Hour, and right before we shot, like the last votes came in. So and it ended
like
up
the
being
polls.
I'm
like
serious, man.
like
That shit ended up being even. Like that shit was crazy.
God damn it, that's crazy, man.
Some people commented and said it's the original, but I'll take Next Friday as the runner-up. Someone said Friday After Next is the best. Yeah. So shout out to everybody who voted on Swiss page. Shout out to are those tiebreakers? No, they weren't because it was 1-1.
Yeah, so
we didn't even get the tiebreaker. But yeah, so shout out
to
to
a friend. No.
So shout out to that and everybody that voted on both pages. We appreciate you. We had a lot of fun during that part of the episode. We laughed so much. It was just so I loved it. I had so much fun. So the poll that I did post on today's Ambition Hour Instagram page, and if you're not already following us, please make sure to head on over to Instagram right after this episode and follow us on Instagram, which is Ambition Hour. I posted because it is the 6th year anniversary of when Nothing Was the Same dropped. And if you are a fan of the show, then you know that this is my favorite Drake album. And we have the debate that goes on and on and on and on of which album is better of Drake's, Nothing Was the Same or Take Care. These two boys believe that Take Care is way better. What are you doing, Spence? I am speaking to the people right now.
My fault. I was trying to check the poll again. My bad.
The poll. I have the poll. So yes. So the poll was between the Take Care or Nothing Was the Same, and we got 67% of you guys said Nothing Was the Same, and 33% said Take Care was the better album. Shout out to everybody who voted. I appreciate you guys so much for coming onto my side picking the album that I chose.
Can I just say something real quick?
No, because we won. Just kidding. There is nothing to discuss.
Shout out to all them bots that voted.
People have spoken.
Shout out to all them fake accounts that voted. I can name all the
people that are on Nothing Was the Same.
She shot them a DM. I'm gonna need you to go this way.
Listen, you only gotta say the truth once, baby.
I'm gonna need you to go this way.
If you're really my friend, you already know what time we
are. I got this poll on my story. I need you to vote for
it. We haven't talked in a while.
We haven't talked in a while.
Hey, big head. I need you to vote for me.
I ain't hey big headed nobody.
What's your favorite song on Nothing Was the Same?
Come Through. But I also like Connect, and I also like Pound Cake, and I also like what is this, the love does. It's just Worst Behavior.
Worst Behavior, yeah. That's a good Furthest Thing.
Furthest, bro. It's
girl,
just
you know
so,
you see me. You know you see me naked.
It's just so many good songs in that project.
Girl, you know, girl, you know I seen you naked.
Spitz, what's your favorite joint on?
That was my favorite bar on there. My favorite.
It was 3 from Take Care.
I would have to say,
You see how long it took him? It took me nothing. I knew right away which songs it was that I liked.
Because Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing was the same after that album.
Nothing was the same after Take Care.
Take Care. You can't even think of one song. Nothing was the same after Take Care. He asked, and I knew what song I liked from it. But like,
you was OD'd on that album all day probably today.
Calm down, chill. No, but the one with Stevie Wonder. Obviously.
How are you fighting your argument?
Because I play it every day. You want to argue? It's the one with the harmonica. It's the one with the
one with the harmonica.
Come on, get out of here. Come
all right, which is The Real Her.
The Real Her.
Because you know The Real Her.
I've always known The Real Her.
Hey. I don't know who this man is.
I'm not gonna cop out like that, but I have to say it. Marvin's Room. Sorry, people. It's just obvious, and I would say Underground King. Underground King. But it has to be like the number one. Yeah, her. Yeah, The Real Her. Yeah. I can listen to that harmonica all
I have
day.
a favorite from Take Care.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Oh, really?
Lord knows.
Isn't that like
it's pretty good?
Isn't that your all-time like Drake favorite song?
I would say it is, yeah.
Why was it on Nothing Was the Same?
Because it was on Take Care. It was obviously.
So Nothing Was the Same.
But you know what's interesting is that I found
Care.
out from the Rick Ross the Rick Ross book is that he wrote Drake's part.
He wrote Drake's part?
On Lord Knows.
What do you mean he wrote his part?
Like his verse.
He wrote his verse?
Like he wrote Drake's verse.
Man, Oh man, I like that song. It sucks. That really sucks.
We
I'm gonna let you know right now.
Listening to
That
it right
really
now,
sucks.
Too.
That
I mean,
really
he said
sucks.
That's what he said. I'm over here snitching, but he says it on the book. It doesn't matter.
Damn, that sucks, bro. Drake,
birthday.
man, niggas is just throwing jabs, man.
I mean, I don't know. To me,
I still like the song though. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
love that song. That didn't change nothing. I still put that bitch on because I was just like, oh shit, he talked about Lord knows. Let me listen to that song real quick. But yeah,
No, because he said something in there I like. Like he's like know that I don't make music for niggas who don't get pussy. So those are the ones I expect to diss me and overlook me. Lord knows, Lord knows. Like
I'm heavy. I got
my weight up. Yo, bro, like Ross wrote that. That's crazy. Because I always thought that was a crazy ass bar right there. Like when he said that.
My favorite part, from Drake's part is when he says, "Match and roll is for real. Match and roll is for real."
These fools love singing the song.
Places to go. I mean, yeah.
Villa on the water with the wonderful views. Only fat nigga in the sauna with Jews.
And what does he say? It's the red bottom boss.
Went and bought a yacht. I call it Carnival Cruise.
Dog.
Yo, I went and bought a yacht and called it Carnival Cruise. That's crazy.
Those are bars.
Yeah.
Look how happy Claudia is talking about Take Care though.
Hey,
Oh,
you see how I lowered her in it, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna say this bar and it's gonna get her hyped.
No, but I mean, but the thing is that because you guys both like Take Care more, so the people have already spoken. I already spoke. We already know who is the real winner, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all little Take Care shine. Go ahead, y'all want to talk
They
about other
literally got persuade,
What
but
other
we're
song
not
you
gonna
want?
speak
What other
about
song
that.
do you want to talk about on Take Care? Like, let's give it a little shine. I guess it didn't come out
I
6 years
guess.
ago.
What I'll say is this: Take Care is Drake's best rap album.
Yeah.
As far as
Proud
rap
of
goes.
you. Proud of you. He snapped like.
Let's say it
Wait,
like that.
Can we play a little bit of that so people can know exactly? Or, I'm so proud of you. I mean, like, he didn't snap on that shit.
Yeah,
He didn't snap on this.
He did some on this shit.
The thing is that I can go and like.
I need a woman with a future and a past. Oh, come on, Claudia. I need a woman with a future and a past.
Make shit
At
last. Don't make it too easy.
Like,
But all right.
do it just like that.
My favorite one is "Own It" on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, you're playing. I had to bring it back to.
I already said furthest thing.
No, so like this is what I was gonna say. Yeah. Like so, like "Own It" what was one of my favorite ones. You had From Time. From Time with Janae Aiko, who introduces to Janae Aiko. Well, actually, I knew her because she was doing work with TDE. But anyways,
That was a fire ass song. That she did, yeah, for sure.
and then Come Through. Well, no, not Come. Come Through. But Take Care has Hate Sleeping Alone. But yeah, I think that like that's what I was saying. Like Take Care is probably Drake's best rap album. This might be his best body of work potentially. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that because also you have So Far Gone, like the OG one, and that Care Package. I mean that shit up there.
Care Package. Hey, man. Talk about every song that I literally went to
and look at
YouTube to listen to is literally on
Take Care Package.
a streaming platform now. That's crazy.
How exciting!
Facts.
Congratulations to Drake for having dropped "Nothing Was the Same" 6 years ago and for changing my life because nothing was the same after that project.
Because after that she became Jada Kiss.
Nothing was the
super
same.
Jaded after.
Nothing was
But
the
it
same.
wasn't because
That's
of
why
the
she
album,
took
huh?
care.
It wasn't because of the album. I didn't catch that because I was defending myself.
It's cool. Nothing was the same because you took care.
Nothing was the same was just the album, man. Like
Nothing Was the Same was back when
when Claudia what? When Claudia what?
we all been there in our bitter bag.
Yeah, I was.
You know,
heavy.
especially that worst behavior.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you put that shit.
Hey,
That's on our
when
top
you put that
two.
shit on loud, yeah, you really do be like, all
Worst.
right.
Motherfuckers never loved us.
Right, facts. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
No, Claudia like connect too.
But the thing is
Swangin'.
that bro, that's swinging. Every time
That
I
song
go,
hard. Though.
every time
That
I
song
go,
is hard.
This
though.
might be his
That song is
best
hard.
body of work.
every time that I go on a swing, what I think about? I think about that song.
It's about swinging the bat.
I know, but I like that when I'm on a swing, swinging. And then I also like because I listened to the whole album today, so like Tuscan Leather, just everything, and then Pound Cake. What?
I like the what is it? Aston Martin Music 2 at the end of Pound Cake.
Okay.
Beautiful. It's
Nice.
like it's with the piano. It's a beautiful song. I even like how Fab made his version too. Like I always get twisted on like those two versions. Like
Fab performed the Savage
I'll
Fenty
listen
show.
to Fab's version. Oh yeah, he did. I seen because I follow him. I seen him post it. I'll listen to Fab's version and then I'll listen to
Drizzy?
Drake's version, and I'll be like going back and forth like at least like 2 to 3 times on both of them.
Yeah, well, that's dope, man. Congrats to Drake and 6 years of celebrating this project, for sure.
For sure. Another project that dropped was the Love Below and Speaker Box.
Hey, speaker box.
Classic.
Yeah,
That's a class. About both of those are classics.
Yeah, so that was the Big Boy and Andre 3000 project that dropped a couple of I think it was 16 years ago that it dropped. So shout out to that. Both of the albums gave us really really good songs. Off the top of my head, I know that Prototype is one of the best songs ever.
Yeah, Prototype. She Lives in My Lab. The story of Andre Benjamin. Yeah, there's so many songs on there. And then even Big Boy side. I can't think of anywhere right now. But yeah, man. Shout out to those artists celebrating their anniversary. It must feel great and to look back at that body of work and what point in times of their lives they were at. Awesome, man. Hats off to those gentlemen and everybody that was part of each one of those projects.
Everybody behind the scenes that had to do a little something.
Someone that tweaked the button, put something there to there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the leaks, too, especially for that Drake album, because we didn't have leaks back then. But yeah, we got to hear a little bit of the album, and definitely went straight to go listen to it after it was out.
Another project that is celebrating the anniversary is The Low End Theory by A Tribe Called Quest. It dropped September 24th in 1991, so that was 29 years ago. So shout out to that project. That's the project that has Check the Rhyme, Scenario.
And that's an album that changed hip hop. We're gonna talk about all three of these albums. I mean, that album changed hip hop for real. That birthed a lot of our legends too. R.I.P. to Five Dog.
R.I.P.
The 5 foot footer.
I love him. We got to see him perform.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Was truly
legendary.
Magical.
There was a point in my life that Fife wasn't my favorite rapper.
Yeah, because Fife I like him around.
That's how he came on. Yeah, he always used to come on. Like, yeah.
It was like, you like them? How? Okay, that shit was dope. So shout out to that album. I feel like next year we'll probably celebrate it a little bit bigger since it'll be their 30th anniversary. Oh, it won't be. So wait, 30. Oh, so there's 28 years. I said 29. My bad. I was doing the math incorrectly. Yeah, because I'm just all fucked up in my ears because if it ain't mine, I don't know. Also, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Hob and CAB because I was listening to Weekend and NY this day, and it's a really good project. Shout out to Dookie for having mixed it. I love the skits. I love all of the things that you guys have, like with Diddy's talking, Mace, and I'm not. What is it that he says? I'm upset.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm upset. Giving y'all the blueprint. Yeah. All right. Well, I always envisioned that. Yeah, and I just picked up those sound bites. I mean, yeah, appreciate it, Claudia. Appreciate all you guys streaming it. If you guys want to do anything for my birthday, go stream that. La Vita Bella, God's Street Lights, or Me and Layback Sosa, or Bustin' by Layback Sosa. Any one of the projects that we have out, or just watch another episode of the Ambition Hour on me. And yeah, I appreciate it. All the birthday wishes. Shout out to you guys. You are better than I am always. Because I don't really reach out to people on their birthday. Well, I try my best to if I know it's your birthday. So yeah, yeah, man. That's all I have. Yeah.
More life, my friend.
More life.
Yeah.
More wins. More dubs up. Fuck.
I wanted to, before we wrapped up the episode, I just wanted to give a shout out to the two ladies that we have honored this month for Hispanic Heritage Month. We did last week we did Daniel Alvarez, which was on episode 73 of the Ambition Hour podcast. So to celebrate her with us, please check out her episode, which is episode 73. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can watch it on YouTube. You can follow her at the Bonita Project, or you can follow her personal page. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I don't want to mess it up. But Daniel Alvarez, she is on her Instagram page. And also the beautiful Yance, who was on episode 56 alongside with Ishi from the Lick Read podcast.
Yes,
Make sure that you celebrate her with us by checking out those episodes. And you can also check out the Lick Read. You can check out the other stuff, the other content that they drop. They do music videos, everything. You can follow the Lick Read. Just show mad love to all the people that we are honoring this month for Hispanic Heritage Month. Putting a lot of thought into this because I genuinely care about all of the guests that we had on here that are Hispanic descent, because hello, shout out to all my Latinos and Latinas. Hey, and we still have 3 more weeks left of Hispanic Heritage Month, so be on the lookout. If you've been on the show, you might be next. And shout out to Hav and Spitz for being my co-host today and every episode. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you are not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell on the side. Shout out to our sponsors, Annie & Co, for setting the motherfucking vibes with Pumpkin today. This is her fall scent. You can go ahead and check out her website. Make sure that you go to Instagram, Annie.&Co, and get your candles. And you can use our promo code, which is ANC19A, to get 10% off your entire order. Yes. And for the 87th time in a motherfucking row,
87.
It's your girl, Adi 3000 from the Ambition Hour podcast. And we are out of here. Darling.
Darling. Oh, shit.
Damn, I couldn't do it.
Halfway. You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Dub T, motherfucking dub, ho. Dub T, motherfucking dub, ho.